do the next part, because
we talk a lot about here on this show. We talk a lot about black, interactions and things of that nature. And I think we're doing a disservice because we are putting a highlight on things that are not the majority. And I have gender beef from the whites.
Oh, not gender beef.
Gender beef from the whites. I have been on the other side, ladies and gentlemen. I have done the digging. And they have a new word. TradThot.
Okay, so
that's a thing. TradThot is a thing.
What is a TradThot?
So a TradThot.
What is the definition?
So we're going to go to the good old Urban Dictionary because they know how to, break it down for us. But the TradThot is a new word amongst the conservatives. How they always got the thank you, Brandon, and all that other good jazz. These stick whites right here, I'll tell you what. All right, so TradThot is a single white woman who claims to support traditional values in order to gain money and orbiters. Generally, they will give arguments on social media about traditional femininity in marriage, but then not follow with settling down and having kids. So, the person who has now they've had their scopes on the TradThot now is Miss Isabella Maria DeLuca. And baby, I love you to death, but this woman has some crazy knockers.
So,
do you want to know what happened?
I was gonna, because
you know what happened?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I didn't know you looked it up. My bad.
So this girl posted this video of her making a brown butter caramel cake
that you
on
also
Twitter.
made, which was good.
Okay. I wanted to hold that.
Sorry.
So, she posted this video of her making a brown butter caramel cake, and then I guess the white women and the pearly things were up in arms about her being a TradThot and this and that. And Frederick showed me the video, and
let me add another character in there. Rational Man was also calling her a TradThot. I don't know what this is. Frederick showed me the video and to explain to me what a TradThot would be. All I got from the video was that cake looked good as fuck. I made that cake. I did. I followed that recipe and I made that cake that exact same day. That cake was good as fuck. It's sitting on the table right there. Girl, Pearl literally is the opposite of a girl's girl, but she's also not a pick-me because you're too ugly to be picked, and all the men know you're too ugly to be picked, and they know what you're doing. So you're just like, you're like what is it? The men who ogre?
No, the men who are
incel. She's
incel.
a femcel.
You're a femcel. You're literally a femcel. You're not a pick-me. You're a femcel. Nobody wants to fuck you. You're ugly as shit, and then you spew this fucking nonsense on a regular basis. The girl said nothing in the video. All she said was like, no, she didn't even, it was just background music.
She was just baking.
She said absolutely nothing in this video while baking a delicious cake, being a woman who was more attractive than you are. Her knockers were huge.
And that's what Pearl was upset about.
And
Pearl,
you were so upset. She had a full t-shirt on. It was a tight t-shirt, yes, but like, she has the titties. The titties are going to be there.
They're going to titty.
Period. You're upset because you're a homely white woman.
You lack.
You're a homely looking white woman.
You lack in so many areas.
Oh my God. Like, you literally are, like, you have to be one of those girls that's one of the guys because niggas don't look your way. Men don't look your way.
Pearl knows that for a lot of her sexual experiences, it has been spent facing away from the gentleman that
or on her knees.
Or on her knees. She knows that's been most of
I
the
know Pearl knows how
time.
to suck a mean dick because she had to learn how to suck a mean dick because her face and her personality don't do anything.
It doesn't cut it. And like I said, I don't really kind of put her in that space of like she has to have a guy to kind of validate her criticisms, because she doesn't go around. She doesn't go around saying that she's the most prettiest girl. She'll tell you she's average as well.
Because you are, and you know that, and several men have told you that. So you've had to take that and internalize it and make it your basis. You have to be like, I know this, I know this, I know this, I know this, because you know men are going to be like, you look like nothing.
The only thing I've always been real critical about her with is I didn't like the fact that what she would do was put these women into rooms that was clearly they not educated. Most of the time they're black women. And she would put them in a room with her laptop and start just spewing this information that they can't go back and check and go back over. And now she's looking like painting herself to be like this smart individual in the room, and really
so I didn't
you
know
just
that
have the
she
technology.
specifically did this to black women. She only interviews like
No, she has other women on the show.
She mostly interviews black women?
No, she has black women on the show fairly often.
Okay.
Almost probably, from what I've always watched, is the majority. But she has white women on there as well that talk about the same kind of stuff.
I
But
don't like you, bitch.
majority-
I
no,
don't
but-
like you, Pearl.
But majority it is like she'll have like black guys in there. It's very, you can tell it's very much so like when Andrew Schultz started off with Charlemagne,
Mm-hmm.
and you just see him hanging out with the black people because that's what crowd he was in. And now you kind of see her growing out of that crowd and getting into the white conservative crowd. Like she did, what's the British dude's name? Pierre Morgan. Pierce Morgan.
Piers,
Yeah, he fucking railroad her all fucking segment.
I'm sure he did. And that's what you deserve, because when you invite people like that onto your platform, that's what is going to happen to you.
But I do want to say
You're going to get railroaded.
This isn't the only time that there's been this friction amongst the whites, because we always get this conversation like, oh, black men are the only ones going on the internet saying X, Y, and Z.
No.
I promise you not.
We are black. Our algorithms are black. If you're a black woman who only deals with black men and who only consumes black content, this is what you're going to be seeing. So you're going to be like, oh, white women don't do this to white men. White men don't do this to white women. Asian this and that. Hispanic this and that. Everyone is doing this. Hispanic women are fed up with Hispanic men. I'm sure of it. Asian women are fed up with Asian men.
Reports are out.
You're fed up with the person who you are in closest proximity to. With us, for black women, it's black men. So that's what's happening. But in every other community, like, I'm sure the white women are fed up with these white men. I'm sure of it.
And if you look
the
up,
whole world is, by the way.
And if you don't believe me, go look up soft calendar on Twitter. And what that is a bunch of super stick in the mud conservatives criticizing this calendar that a bunch of conservative women put out that is probably on the sexual scale like a 3. Like, for real. Like, these women are like fully clothed. They have some tight dresses on, and they just are attractive.
They said that this calendar is soft, and then I didn't see it when he first initially mentioned it to me, and then he showed me the calendar, and nothing was even close to soft. Like, this is like a home goods calendar.
What I don't understand is
this is literally a home goods calendar.
No, for sure. Like, I don't get it. Like, what I don't understand is like, as a woman, as a person of color, I don't understand, besides your taxes, and I just can't see them being worth your dignity, that you would want to associate yourself with the Republican Party. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the Democrats are the end-all, be-all and the right way to go, but at least they're trying to swindle you like you have some sense, and they're trying to go behind your back. The Republicans are actively showing your oppression. They're actively your oppressor. Like, you're never going to be conservative enough for them. You're never going to be a good enough Negro for them. They're always going to find a way. There was another dude, I don't even want to say your name because you're a lame conservative, but it's a black guy. He's a gay guy. And he went out to a Trump rally and was literally harassed by Trump supporters. Because at the end of the day,
you're still a nigger.
They're not going to see any
You're
of your...
still a nigger.
They're not going to see any of your politics. They're not going to see anything you believe. They're not going to see all the black people that you shit on and talk less than on. All they're going to see is you are a black homosexual man and you are less than just like the rest of them.
Yep.
And just like when it comes to the women, no matter what, you're always never going to be enough. You're always, depending on how attractive you are, that's going to be what dictates how you're going to be perceived. Because you could have put a normal looking white woman there with no breasts, with split ends everywhere, with crow's feet on her face, baggy eyes, and nobody would have said anything. But because you are an attractive woman, you automatically appeal sex. When they see you, they're going to project that on you. Rational man, you're damaged. You're not rational at all. You can't. You obviously got too hard when you saw this video. Your blood was flowing out of your brain, and you just started spewing stupid.
Yeah.
So I mean, these dense conservatives, y'all can feel like you're being on the right path when you get on your little conservative track and you start running up with Trump. You say that's my man. I promise you look like a goofy idiot. If you're black and conservative, you look like a goofy idiot. If you're gay and conservative, you look like a goofy idiot.
They don't know that you're conservative.
They don't care.
They like when they look at you first glance, all they see is black.
They're gonna be a maggot and a nigger.
Your beliefs don't matter.
That's all it's gonna be at the end of the day.
And it's so stupid that y'all try to align with them like this.
No, it's sad. It's sad.